All right, so I'm here today on location at PBR. For you that don't understand, no, it's not Pabst Blue Ribbon. It's Patrick Blake Racing. I'm here with Pat today. We're going to be talking about some stuff. I'm over on the mic. This is Pat.
Hello.
So let's just get this out of the way real quick. We met in 2016. Serve, you we barely talk, but we run into a lot of the same circles. So I do appreciate you taking the time out to come out here.
Yeah.
Let us come out here
Absolutely.
and interview you. So
yeah, my pleasure.
Let's start off with question one because I got a lot of questions for you because I need some knowledge.
Okay. Let me see what I can do.
First one is what got you into cars? Like, was it your parents? Was it your friends? Your dad? Like, for me, it was my dad that got me into cars.
Yeah. I don't know, actually. So my dad bought a 67 Mustang back in the day. It was probably one of my earliest memories was going to see that car before he bought it. And he had a Jeep. He'd always kind of wrench on it himself, but I would never consider my dad like a mechanic per se. But I think it was just like, I just really enjoyed taking things apart and figuring out how they worked and then putting them back together. It could be an electronic module of some sort, or it could be a car or a motor or something. I think it just like eventually just translated to cars.
So no one in your dad did go out. Like my dad, he had a 66 Mustang.
Yeah, sweet.
And then he had a 69 when he talked about his younger years all the time.
Yeah.
About him and his cousins going out and drag racing and stuff. And they used to go out they were from Bakersfield. So there was trying to think of what that drag strip was out there.
Formosa.
Yeah. My uncle, they all had, Mustangs. They were Ford people. He had a 69 Mustang Mach 1 with a Cobra Jet, 427 Cobra Jet.
Sweet.
And it actually twisted the frame.
Yeah.
And he blew the motor going down that drag strip. So they ended up having to throw a 390 in it. So that's where I got my love for cars from all his stories.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. So I was wondering if you had the similar type.
Kind of like, not really with the Mustang. The Mustang was always like cool. We'd always cruise around in it. We always really liked that car, but I don't think it was from that. If anything, I remember my dad had this CJ5 Jeep, and he'd take us out, ripping through the desert in that thing. But it was still we were never like a mechanic family. My dad was never really like that. I really think that maybe I was the first one to, I don't know, to be honest. I know I don't really know.
So here comes the second follow-up question to that.
Yeah.
You have one of the baddest Supras that I've seen.
Thank you. Yeah.
The first time I seen it when we dynoed it, when you dynoed it at what was it, Virtual Works?
Yeah.
Out there at Civ, like it couldn't even keep traction on the dyno.
Yeah, it always has that problem.
So other than the color, I mean, the red. Every time I see a red car, I think, yeah, you're about to get pulled over.
Yeah.
But so what was your first introduction to Supras? Now, a lot of people are going to ask about the Fast and the Furious. They're going to be like, was it because of Paul Walker and the orange car,
It very well could be. I honestly don't remember where it started, but it very well could have been the Fast and the Furious. I do remember specifically, like, the first thing that I could really remember being involved with, like, the Supra was in 8th grade. I was in junior high, and we had a computer engineering class. And for a thing, we had to put like a PowerPoint presentation together, and I did a PowerPoint presentation on the Supra. So I remember specifically 8th grade, Mr. Sitko's class. That was the first thing that I can remember like being really involved in with the Supra. And I remember just being obsessed with them, going on to4r.com way back in the day. I think that was Ken Henderson's website, and following along like the OGs and that was kind of before like the forum. No, that was during the forum days and stuff, but just kind of like following along with that. I remember getting a Supra always seemed kind of out of reach to me, like in high school and stuff. So I kind of drifted away from it, but it would always come back. There would always be something that I'm like, man, as soon as I get some money, as soon as I get a job, I become an adult, I'm gonna get a Supra. And
It's funny as I got mine by accident.
yeah,
I've told the story a bunch. I went through a lot of hospital stuff where I was laid up and stuff like that, and we tried to a buddy and me. We were gonna flip cars. He was more of the mechanic. I'm more of the auto body guy. Like you need a paint job done, something like that, body work done. Give me a call. I got you. Especially like paint work. I love to paint. That's something I did. Like my blue car, we did it all ourselves underneath an awning at my house. But yeah, I got mine by accident. It was sitting in a field, like not too far from here.
Really cool.
Yeah, and
they seem to find you sometimes. I remember when I was looking for mine, it was 2007, and I kept looking on Auto Trader and all these places, and I think I had gone out and seen a few out of state, trying to just find the right one. And then the one that I ended up buying, just one morning I went on Auto Trader, and I was living in Palm Desert at the time, and it was in La Quinta. It was 5 minutes away, and drove down there, met with the guy. It was that car. It was the beast car. That's the one. That's the first one I ever bought, and that's the one I'll keep forever.
So do you have a nickname for it?
Leilani. Leilani. Yeah.
Explain.
It's my mom and my sister's middle names.
Okay.
So it just seemed to match really well. So it's a beautiful name, and I don't know, that's just what it's always been.
My blue one was called Nightcrawler, and the reason it was called Nightcrawler is my nephew Andrew. Which happy birthday! Today's his birthday.
Happy birthday, Andrew.
He helped me do some of the work on it. Forcefully, because like he always tells me, you always made me work on that car. I hate that car because it was supposed to go to him, but he didn't want it. So I don't know what I'm going to do if I pass away, where that car is going to go. Yeah. But on the core support on the Mark III, it has the number on the core support, and it was PO 666.
Nice.
So it was a blue car, had the devil's number on it, called the Blue Devil. And he explained to me that in the comics, because he's super into like comics and stuff. Yeah. That Nightcrawler, his name, and when he was in the circus, was Blue Devil. Okay. So that's how mine become Nightcrawler.
That's rad. That's a much more creative nickname.
I gotta give it to my nephew, because I was just thinking I was just gonna call it the Blue Devil. Yeah. Because that damn thing, I don't know. I blew my 7M shortly after Civ, and then got the 1J when they were still cheap. Yeah. People would be like, damn, I wish I could get out of drift motion with an engine and everything for that price. You can't even get the engine now for that price.
They just keep getting more expensive. That's a very common thing that I talk to customers about here is things are not getting cheaper. Things are never going to be cheaper. Parts get more expensive. Labor gets more expensive. There's more overhead. It's right now. Today is the cheapest that this is ever going to be.
Yeah. So, what possessed you pretty much to build? I mean, what did it get? 1645 on the dyno at Civ this year?
At Civ, it made like I don't even remember, 16 something. It spun like crazy. I don't even know if it was like I don't even know if I would consider that a legitimate number.
So if you had to actually guess what number you had in your Supra.
It made 1800 the week before Vegas on the mainline dyno. I made a little video, or my buddy Daniel made a video for me. And it was on a mainline dyno. It made just shy of 1800. It was like 1788 at 60 pounds on Ignite. So we were not even really planning to turn it up that high or anything. It was really just, we were just shaking it out, trying to see if it'd hold boost, see if it would do, see how close the boost control would get. We were really just shaking it down, and it made almost 1800. And then we stopped because it's on ethanol. So we actually set the car up for methanol. We'll be back very very soon to put it on methanol and do some hits on methanol, and 80 something pounds of boost on meth. It'll do 2,400 probably, something like that.
Jesus Christ. I only want like a third of that, like in mine.
Yeah, it's pretty dumb.
Yeah, I wouldn't say dumb, but I mean, you do roll racing or half mile?
Yeah, the plan is to set the half mile world record for a Supra. I believe is 2:16.9. Guy in Qatar did 2:16.9. I think a guy in Puerto Rico did 2:15, and then I believe Mike Burrell in this car. I believe Mike Burrell has the U.S. record. He went 2:09 in Arizona. From what I understand, I mean, that car on paper should do 220s plus. But as we're finding out with every car we're building now, you can make all the power in the world, but if you can't put it down, then it doesn't really matter. So finding, it'll make enough power to do it, but being able to actually put it on the ground is going to be a much different story. So
you have any plans anytime soon to try and set that record?
Yeah, so I wanted to take it out to this last event, but we ended up taking Lawrence's car, that white one. We did 197 in a soft pass, and I want to do an event before Texas because I'm planning on bringing the car and competing in the roll racing at TX2K this year. So we're thinking about taking it to either a streetcar shootout in Phoenix, or we're actually planning also a private half mile event for all of our customers within the next month and a half. So maybe early January.
Let me know when you do that. I'm gonna come out with a camera and take some film. I want to be there when you break it.
It'll be cool. Yeah, I don't think it's going to happen the first time. We need to take some we need to get some data on it and just see kind of where we're at. But I mean, if the car makes 1,800 and it hooks up, I mean, it'll do it with that power level pretty easily. So I think we built a couple of cars that could probably do it if the conditions were right. Jency's car in New York, that car is probably a 215 car. Lawrence's car in the shop right here, that car is probably a 210 plus car. But yeah, just they're fresh builds, untested, so we'll have the opportunity.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you used to be a lot closer to me, which was a little bit more convenient. And you were in San Bernardino. What was it that possessed you? Like, why move to San Jacinto? Because I mean, just driving here from where I'm at is kind of a journey.
It's way off the grid for sure. It's cheap out here. It was cheap in San Bernardino too, but San Jacinto's, about the same level, a little cheaper. The facility was really nice. It's not the newest, greatest building or anything, but it is our own property, and we are separated. We are not connected with any other businesses. That was like a major thing for me. We're very private with what we do, so I wanted to be as isolated kind of as possible. So I didn't want to be in a business park with a bunch of other people and everything like that. And so I kind of found this place, and it worked out great. A lot of our customers are very, what's the word I'm looking for? They're with us, so it doesn't really matter where we are. They're still gonna come, and we get a lot of cars now from out of state. So when you're shipping a car from New York or New Jersey or Florida, or we have cars from Texas, Idaho right now, they don't care if it's San Bernardino or 30, 40 more miles down the street. They're just going to ship them here. So it was just a good opportunity. Yeah.
So I'm gonna do Javi a little favor here. Talk about Civ for a second.
Yeah.
So my first year I met you, Aaron, Odom, everybody. Was 2016. What was the first year you attended?
Man, back when Keith was still doing it, I think. So 2017 I think the first year I had the Super, 2007. I went to a few of them, and then I stopped going for a couple of years, and then I've tried to go every year since 2016. I've definitely missed a couple for one reason or another. I seem to get sick every year. It's weird, and like,
Need to bump up that vitamin C.
I think that's probably what it is. Honestly, no, I think the last few years, not last year, not the year before, but when I first started the business, we would get this crazy influx of people trying to get to Supers in Vegas, and I'd like kill myself getting all these cars ready for the event, and then as soon as the last car left, it's like my body would shut down and I'd get sick, and I missed the event like 2 or 3 years in a row because of that. Um,
That happened to us this year.
yeah,
Trying to get everything, and
yeah.
I was coming back from Marietta and popped the V1 that
Mhm.
I had, and I knew that thing wasn't gonna last. But
Yeah.
and what's sad was like I finally got the intake pipe to stay on the intercooler because I didn't. When we did the intercooler, we didn't put a bead there,
The bead roll, yeah.
so um, it slips off. Like
Yeah.
if we get in the boost too much, it'll pop off.
Yeah.
So I finally got it trimmed down,
There
and
you
on
go.
the way back, man, it was the best the car has ran in
Yeah.
like years, and all of a sudden, next thing you know, boom,
Yeah.
off to the side of the road.
Yeah.
Luckily, I got it within 6 miles of my house, so my AAA kicked in. I was
Mhm.
able to get that free tow.
There you go.
You
Those
know?
were close. Yeah.
But oh, dude, I knew just because of how we extended the patch harness, we didn't really know like kind of what we were doing. I'm not very good with electrical, and so when we extended so we could keep the harness hidden,
Yeah.
because like I have a right-hand drive harness
Yeah.
on a left-hand drive car,
Okay.
so where the harness is supposed to come back through the motor and come in through the passenger side. But we could just cut a hole so where it would come right here and then it would set behind.
Yeah.
But when I got the new shell, it still has all the air conditioning and heater and everything in it. So there, we had to extend it further to put it into the glove box.
I gotcha.
And we used a little bit of wrong wiring, and
So
it happened, And then the fact is that I haven't messed with the raw wiring harness from pulling the motor in and out, and different shells and stuff. By the plugs, it's getting a little worn.
yeah.
And so I think it arced out, and I just
Yeah.
so
Bad wiring is the number one thing that we see here. We see a lot of crazy stuff in these cars. Being 30 years old and having gone through a lot of people, and wiring is the one thing that is always so surprising.
yeah. I'm working on something to get a little money, and I'm probably gonna have to. Everybody tells me all different types of people and stuff to go to, and I talked to Aaron. Aaron's just like, you need to just go see Pat.
Yeah.
He's like, just go see Pat. Don't even worry about everybody else or whatever. You need your super done. He's a Jay-Z guy. Go see Pat.
Awesome. Yeah.
And I was like, all right, that's cool. He's right down the street from me.
Yeah.
And then you moved.
Yeah. Sorry. You have to. It's another it's only about 35 minutes from my old shop.
Nah, man. I know. Like, to be honest with you, if I was coming here, I would probably come from like the 74 and come up.
Yeah.
Because that's the way I know.
Yeah.
The way we came was freaking crazy. We came off the 10 and from Beaumont, and I'm like,
Beaumont Avenue. Yeah.
I'm like, what the hell? Like, we're going down this street, this street, this street. I'm like,
yeah, it's a little hidden, but I mean, it works out. The facility is awesome, and we're doing exactly what we want to be doing here.
Yeah,
So it's cool.
We took the tour. After we're done here, I'll go take a camera tour with it.
Yeah.
But it's nice. Like, you got a lot of room. Like,
thanks. This is actually the least amount of cars we've ever had here too. I think we've delivered 3 cars in the last 2 weeks. So it feels like there's a little bit more space, a little calm before the storm, because we have a lot of other builds coming. But yeah,
it's coming. I don't know when, but it's coming.
I got a spot.
It'll be the first Mark III that I'll see here, probably.
It'll be the only Mark III, probably. I'm just kidding. But yeah, we're ready for it.
It's 86 and a half. Targa.
Cool.
I got to bring my blue one down because I got to get parts off of it. Like, I got to get a full adjustable suspension in the back, the battle version ones and stuff, and then. Cool. we because I'm tall, getting into the Supra, I'm like what they call long waisted. So my body's longer. Like I got short legs, but I got a long torso.
Yeah.
So when I'm in the Targa, I'm kind of king. So I have to lean like this.
Yeah.
And hurt your back after a while.
Yeah.
So in the blue one, we actually built, my buddy John and me, we actually built custom brackets to lower the seat.
Yeah.
And
Gotcha. We did it in my car too. Because when I sit with a helmet on, I would hit I'd hit the top.
yeah, I can't wear a helmet in my car.
Yeah.
That's why we did it too.
Yeah, so we cut the bottom out and built brackets to sit the seat down like a couple inches.
Yeah, we that's what we did. We had to hammer like a little bit to get but a full steel, like I think we did 1/4 inch or 1/2 inch steel plate and hooked them all up, and then it just bolts right to the stock bracket, but it dropped it about an inch.
Awesome.
So where we could actually fit in there.
There you go.
In the blue one. So the blue one was my race car.
Yeah.
My white one that I have now, I'm trying to stay. Like I said, we were talking earlier. You're at like 18, 20, 2,000 horsepower. Like me, I just want like 600-700, just fast enough that like
that's
anybody comes up on the street with me, messes with me, I can tear them up.
Yeah.
But I'm not going out to the track anymore. And like I just want to be able to go to like SoCal. I go to the SoCal meets every month.
Yeah.
This last one I missed because I was just tired.
Yeah.
Wasn't really feeling good.
Yeah.
And then too, like me and my buddy Cruz, who has another Mark III with a 2J non-turbo swap in it. We run inland Supras.
Yeah.
Which had I went to his house, you would have had an inland Supra shirt.
Yeah.
I'll get you one.
Oh, all good.
Because you're inland Empire.
Yeah.
So we actually run that page on Instagram.
Yeah, I follow that page. Yeah.
So that's me and him. That's where we usually are. I don't usually use my Ogre Motorsports unless you're a personal friend of mine.
Yeah.
Like you don't use. I just barely went public with it.
Yeah. Cool.
So then that's just because of the podcast. Like, yeah. What I'm doing here with you now is what I would love to be able to do it for money because I enjoy this more. Coming to your shop, seeing what you do. I mean, you got some beautiful cars in that shop.
Thank you.
You literally the motor work and stuff you're talking about, and I'm like, oh my God, I got to get. That's why I got Ed here because he's like my technical support, so he could translate.
Yeah.
Just some of the work that you do, man. Gorgeous.
Thank you. Yeah, we take a lot of pride in it. I mean, these people these customers, our clients are trusting us to build their dream cars, and we go the extra mile. I mean, we really care about this stuff. If it was any other car, I wouldn't be doing this. It's just the Supra specifically. We're branching out to have an announcement pretty soon, actually, but we're branching out to different platforms. But ultimately, it's just the Supra. It's we really care about these things, and we've been doing it a long time, and we feel like we're doing some pretty cool stuff.
So we were talking in the midst of how we were talking this stuff now. You're getting a lot of cars from out of state. You were talking about Texas, Idaho, New York. I mean, how does that make you feel, like, to know that all these people, just because they know your name, they're like, do my car for me. Build my car for me.
It's pretty crazy, honestly. It's a pretty cool position to be in because the clientele that we have, they allow us to really just go crazy. The way some shops operate, they're kind of like installation centers where it's just they're taking these cars, they're just taking customer parts and kind of putting them on, and they're making the best with what they've got. We are building these things from the ground up, using our recipes, doing everything in-house. We build all of our own engines. We do all of our own fabrication, wiring. We crimp all of our own hoses, all of the XRP stuff. We do our own tuning. So this is truly like we do everything in-house except for paint and body and powder coating, which we have good relationships with the people that do that stuff. So it's a really kind of like tight-knit little thing that we got going on. But it's pretty cool. I mean, we're really catering to like a different kind of clientele, and I feel very like honored, I guess. To honored's not the right word, but
I think more or less like feel a little blessed that people under,
totally like it's
I mean, I don't know if you're religious or not,
yeah,
uh,
not really, but it's more a feeling of like kind of accomplishment. It's also pretty intimidating too. And it just keeps us going. It just keeps us going. The crazy thing about this, community, the car community, and the age of social media and stuff is we could have 100 cars leave out the front door, and all super badass, and that's what people expect us to do. So that's just what it is. But if we have one bad one leave, that's the one that
yeah.
everybody's going to talk about.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
so the need to it's like mandatory for us to make sure that every single one of these things is just done absolutely correctly, and our clients understand that, and that's probably why our builds are expensive, and you kind of just get what you pay for. Though
Yeah.
I always when I talk to people about this stuff, I always like equate this to or compare it to like restaurants. You can go to Sizzler and you can get a steak and potatoes and broccoli for $16.99. Or you can go to Mastro's or whatever super nice steakhouse or whatever, and you can pay $200 for the same meal. At the end of the day, you're getting steak and potatoes. But one of these people is just throwing shit together, and the other person is using quality ingredients. It's being cooked by somebody who's experienced, and it's being like all brought together with a staff who really care about the customer experience and care about the quality of the food, and that's kind of what we're doing. We're there's a lot of things that go into building these cars. Making 1,000 horsepower is probably the easiest thing, but getting the car to stay reliable and having it have full AC, power steering, getting the thing to fire up first crank without having to keep your foot on the throttle for 3 minutes, try to keep it alive while it warms up, and blah blah blah, all that
I
other.
know that problem.
Yeah, I mean, cars don't need to be like that. They can be. These things can be turnkey. The days of people saying the 1,000 horsepower supers can't be daily drivers is so over. Like we do it all day long with no problem. So
Well, I'm not gonna disagree. Your car has made it more times than my car has.
yeah.
um,
I always tow mine though. That mine's different.
I've
yeah,
towed mine
mine's
before.
different.
I have that 16-foot car trailer. It's got one on it right now, full show. That I want to turn back into a real Supra. My buddy had. I got the parts to fix it. I just haven't had the time. I drive truck right now. I'm on medical leave.
Yeah.
And so I've got to be home a little bit more. And but man, 14-hour days driving truck, delivering to Walmart and stuff. Like I'm trying to find time to actually work on the car.
Yeah.
Like I've gotten to the point where I've almost thought about just selling it because I'm just like I don't have time to work on it. And like when owning a Supra, the one thing I've kind of, especially a Mark III, is that there's always something you got to do,
For sure.
So it's
The Mark IVs are the same. I mean, they're 30 years old at this point, so there's always something.
So what are your thoughts on the Mark V?
My thoughts on the Mark V are, I'm not mad at the car. I'm mad that it's called a Supra. They could have named it something else. I don't think that it's a Supra. I think that's, but if you talk about the car itself, whatever it is, it's fun. It's high tech. It feels good to just a regular customer like me that's gonna go rip it up the canyons or cruise it to Vegas or something. Like, it's fast for what it is. It moves around pretty good. It looks all right. Like I'm not mad at it, but the Supra was always the the best that Toyota has to offer. And yeah, they collaborated with other companies in the past. Yamaha, I think, being one to do the motors and stuff. But um, this wasn't necessarily a collaboration. This was just a straight
Slap the logo on it.
plagiarization or like whatever. Of, I mean, they had almost nothing to do with it, from what I understand. So it doesn't really carry the Supra name in the kind of heritage in the history of the car itself. So the car is cool. I would never want to buy one. At 65 grand, I'd spend it on something else. But
If I had 65 grand, the car that's in your shop right now would be mine.
yeah, that is for sale. For sale.
Well,
Yeah,
as soon as
Sean's
we're
car.
done here,
Yeah.
I'm going to take you guys on a tour
I can't believe that thing hasn't sold. Honestly, like this is
of his
crazy.
shop.
Yeah.
If I can find a way to get their money, it'd be in my garage. Like, that thing is beautiful.
But yeah, to answer your question, the Mark V. I mean, it's not my cup of tea. But I'm not mad at the car per se. It's fun. I've driven them. I drove one to Colorado and back one time. I had a pretty good time in it.
I've rented two in Vegas.
Yeah.
For my wife. My wife wants one.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you right now, my wife likes the Supra, but she's a Tacoma girl.
Yeah.
She loves her Tacoma.
Yeah.
It was just like we got to do a lift on it and stuff like that for hers. But I mean, she actually got on, and this is the first time I ever seen her brake like 65 mile an hour when she got in the Supra. But she didn't know she was doing it. She was like, "I'm doing 90." I was like, "Dang."
Yeah.
Being in the passenger seat, it felt slow.
Yeah.
In the driver's seat, yeah. But they're nice. I like them. What I liked about them wasn't that, of course, it's a BMW basically with Supra badging on it and stuff. What I liked is how it brought our community, brought more people to our community, and and brought more light onto the cars again.
Yeah.
For a while there, when we would go to like Vegas or whatever, the numbers kind of started to dwindle a little bit, and then all of a sudden, it was a little harder to get the tracks because not enough people were going to actually pay for them and stuff.
Yeah.
And it kind of brought new life to the event, and was able to basically like ramp it up and get more attendees and stuff. I mean, granted, we had a bad year, but it happens.
Yeah, that was a bummer. You're talking not this year, but the year before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This year was Super Culture.
Yeah.
In Las Vegas.
Yeah, this year was cool.
This year was, honestly, I enjoyed this year.
Yeah.
I didn't do a lot of the events. Like, I didn't go to the dyno or anything like that. I heard, like I said, I've been on medical leave and stuff from my work, so I kind of chilled at the Excalibur most of the night and stuff.
I only went the one day. I only went dyno day.
Yeah. Well, you sponsored the dyno.
I know, that's why I felt like I had to go, but I next year I want to be more a part of it. It's cool. I mean, I really like the fact that I'm in a position now where I can kind of give back to the community and help make that happen. Javi was talking to me about sponsoring it, and I told him I was on board. I think this is the third year that I've sponsored it. I think I've sponsored it like twice before this. And when I guess when Andrew took over, he called me and he was like, "Hey, like it's going to be smaller, and we're not sure if we're going to do the dyno unless you still want to do it." And I'm like, "Of course I want to still do it. I mean, I'm here to help the community and help the event, help keep the event alive. I'm not doing it for any reason or another."
You can't eat it.
Gord, what are you doing?
He's like, "I want to be in the video too."
Yeah. He loves attention. He's the director of the head of customer relations. Yeah.
This is how you get him in.
Everybody loves him.
He's a good book.
He's down too. He comes to the shop every single day. He just hangs out.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Special guest.
Yeah. What do you have to say about it?
Speak. Okay.
Corey, come on.
I'm getting attention.
Come on. There you go. All right. But yeah, the event's cool, and it's cool being in a position to sponsor it now, not just being an attendee now, but actually being able to contribute to the community and contribute to the event.
Yeah, it was. I had sponsored a couple times under the Ogre Motorsports logo. You know,
Yeah, I remember.
It was cool. I enjoyed sponsoring because of pretty much I felt like I was able to help. You know, with everything. You know, and then all I did was sell some T-shirts. You know, and I damn near gave away more T-shirts than I actually sold.
Yeah.
But I mean, being there and being with everybody, like it's a big, huge family. So I mean, being able to actually help out and stuff. Like I'm gonna try by next year. I'll probably be sponsoring under the 2J podcast.
Cool, awesome.
If they let me. This year we were supposed to do a podcast out there, but when Civ got canceled and then Superculture took over, a lot of things kind of didn't work out the way where I could get everybody, and then I was having trouble with my camera and everything, and then so I didn't get to do what I wanted to do out there this last year. But next year I'm going to make sure like I have my awning and my shirts and everything ready to go sponsor. So it was kind of like I was trying to get it all together, but it didn't work out.
Same thing with me. I feel like I need to be a bigger part, get some more cars together. We brought 3 this year, which is cool. We all won trophies, which is pretty cool. But yeah, setting up a little booth, getting some examples of some cool stuff that we do. I'm probably going to shoot for that this year. It's just always so.
Well, if you need a Mark III to work on for a demo,
there you go. All right, sponsorship in the works.
There we go.
Ogre PBR collab. All right, I can see it now.
I'm actually I'm trying to get to the point where we're actually going to tear the car down completely.
Yeah.
I'll probably be sending you the motor and the wiring harness and stuff.
Okay.
And I figure that's just the easiest way. And when the motor's out of it, because I'm running the 1J non-VVTi, and I have Aaron already yelled at me. When you get yelled at by Aaron because you're running the wrong turbo and everything up for the car, it feels like your big brother's just like smacking you around a little bit.
Aaron is extremely knowledgeable. That guy knows every combo on the planet, I think.
Yeah, so like I said, I'm not going to talk about where I got everything, but I just know that like I got a 60 series comp. I don't really know that much about it. Although, and then the manifold that I have, I just think the manifold needs to be different.
Okay.
Just because of where it's at, it's like it pretty much gives you like no room right there to like even mess with the wastegate.
Okay.
So you're gonna get the motor. So like when it's ready,
modify stuff. Like I have my in-house Garrett's my in-house fabricator, and that kid can do anything.
And what I'm trying to figure out right now is like like I said, I don't want no 1,000 horsepower.
Yeah.
Because I'm dumb enough, I'll use it the whole time. But I would want to get like the anti-lag and stuff just where I don't have to worry for the turbo to spool up.
Yeah.
But so 1J non-VVTi with a R154, that's my setup. And then basically straight piped. I have all my intercooler, it's all aluminum welded.
Yeah.
And then I have electric fans, all that. But if you were me and you know what I want, like you know how I want to do it, like I only want about 600 horsepower.
Yeah.
Do I need to mess with the block?
For a 1J, probably not. Yeah, probably not. I mean, if it's to be totally honest with you, I don't have a whole lot of 1J experience. The only 1J stuff that I was doing was at FSR. But if it's anything like the 2Js, I'll just use 2Js as a frame of reference. They're capable of like 700, 750 horsepower. Back in the day, you could make a lot more power on them, and I guess you still could now. Thing is that like turbo technology and ethanol, whatever, is so efficient that you're making a lot more torque now. So we're breaking things a lot easier on smaller turbo setups and smaller like lower power numbers. Back in the day, 1,000 horsepower meant 600 foot-pounds of torque. Now you're making 700 foot-pounds of torque at 750 horsepower on like a 62, 66. Maybe I'm exaggerating a little bit, but still, like the you're breaking stuff in stock motors like a lot easier now.
Yeah.
So yes, there are ways around it. You can just pull timing out when it wants to make power, and you can just keep it lazier. So you just make the peak power, but it doesn't come in as hard. That's all stuff that Chris does. Chris and I communicate very well with Chris is my tuner.
Yeah, Chris Welch.
Chris, yep.
Yeah, I was just gonna ask, how do you guys like working together? Like,
Chris is the man.
Ed over here calls you guys the dynamic duo. You build the motors, he tunes them, and you guys get what you need.
Yeah, I couldn't do it without Chris. Like, yeah, this is like Patrick Blake Racing or whatever, but like, there's a team of people like behind this whole operation. I never wanted the shop to be named Patrick Blake Racing, which is funny, kind of off topic, but I was like establishing my LLC and I needed to write something there, so that's just what I wrote. But I've wanted to change the name forever. I just don't. I don't know.
You just go Ogre Motorsports.
There we go. Yeah.
It's only used by me.
Yeah.
But it's got logos already ready to go.
Yeah, I don't know. For now, it's gonna stay PBR, but like, yeah, there's a whole team of people like behind here. Like Garrett's my fabricator. The kid's absolutely incredible. He is so talented. It's insane to see what he cooks up over there. And Cohen and Dylan are here. They're the techs, and Cohen's like a young kid. He's incredibly talented, kind of nerdy, but I love it. And Dylan's just super well-rounded, knows his way around these cars, and then Chris is the wizard behind the curtain of this whole operation. Like, he's just the man. I mean, we've done so many of these things now that we just we work really well together. I know what he's thinking, he knows what I'm thinking. Yeah, we got a really solid team. I think the team is a major part of why these things work so well. I couldn't do it without these people.
That's cool. Like I said, I do my podcast, now. I enjoyed doing this more than actually working on cars and stuff. Getting out, talking to people. I mean, I would love to, I wish Chris was here so I could, pick his brain about some of the stuff he does. And
if I could have Chris here every day, then I would. Chris does everything remote. I mean, if we're tuning big power stuff, then he'll come in person. But for the most part, he tunes everything remote. And he's in Escondido. He's not far, but
no,
tuning is not his full-time job. He's he builds like medical AI systems for Microsoft or something. He's like super computer whiz, but it's crazy. And the way he describes it, I mean, I'm the one in the car, I'm running the dyno, and I'm the eyes and ears and nose for Chris when we're on the dyno. But when he's tuning, I mean, he's looking at a laptop with all the numbers. The numbers, they don't change whether he's there in person or not. So he's told me he actually prefers tuning all of these things remote too, because you can really just sit there and focus without all the noise and the heat and the smells. And, that's my job, to suffer through all of that. But it's great. Like, Chris is awesome. There's nobody else that I would rather be tuning these cars.
Well, it's good you have made those relationships,
Yeah.
And that's kind of kind of where I'm at, trying to, make these different relationships with everybody, get these interviews done. I you were first on my list,
Cool. Thank
to
you.
get out here for the builds.
Yeah.
I've seen your car at Civ so many different times.
Yeah. It's gone through many iterations. Yeah.
I'm trying to get Aaron. Like I tried to sucker Aaron into getting on camera.
Man, he's so busy. Aaron's
He's
so
like,
busy.
I don't know.
Yeah.
So I said, I talked to Odom. Odom says he's down. And me and Odom, we talk a lot just because we run the same setup.
Yeah.
He's got his Cressida or
Yeah.
and
He's always got something crazy. Odom's the man. Like Odom is talk about like an encyclopedia of knowledge. If I have a question about something, I hit up Odom, and Odom knows the part number. He knows exactly what years they came in. He knows it was discontinued, but then you can get it here. It's like Odom's wild, man. He's awesome.
I couldn't get my power steering to work.
Yeah.
And I have a little shop that rebuilds my power steering pumps and stuff like that, and like my rack and everything. And I went through like 3 pumps, and I'm like, I don't get why it's not working. And Odom's just like, here's a new pump, here's a new pump.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the hell? Come to find out, what it was there's a little screen or something inside the actual reservoir of the old, the metal ones for the Mark III that say Yoda, like Yoda.
Yeah.
Not Toyota.
Yeah.
But
the oil pumps say that too.
So I guess it clogged. It got in and kind of clogged the feed line.
Yeah.
And so it wasn't taking the air out of it.
Yeah.
So I'm like, well, what do I do? Like, I got to get a new. We finally figured out it was a new reservoir, and believe it or not, we talked to Odom, and he was the first one to suggest trying the reservoir because we'd already rebuilt the rack. I've already been through 3 different pumps.
Yeah.
And then Cruz was like, he was like, let's call Eddie. Ed Motive. I don't know if you know him. He's a mechanic out there.
Yeah, we talk on Instagram.
He's like, go get a Honda Odyssey reservoir real quick. They're like $20 at AutoZone. It's the same thing. So we did. We went there. Sure enough, I got power steering. I was like,
crazy.
But yeah, so I went through MK3's life. He does all the like Mark III like parts. He'll go to the junkyard, get a bunch of parts. You can find all kinds of Mark III parts through him.
Yeah.
He's a little expensive, but he's the one that goes out and tears these things apart.
For sure, he's got it. Yeah.
But
I wouldn't want to do that.
I got a new reservoir, a new Toyota reservoir. But I've just been too lazy.
Yeah.
And so we have the Honda Odyssey one zip tied to the strut tower. But it works.
If it's working, man. Yeah.
We got that done like right before Civ, I think, last year. I was like, or not last year, but the year before. And so I've been running it that way. But it's crazy, man. Like just how much this community comes together.
Yeah.
Cruz, he was on the last podcast. Not really wanting to talk about it, but we talked about it when Mo was on with us the podcast before about when we left Civ, we were stuck.
Yeah.
Out there at the Magic Mountain Rocks for like 4 hours trying to fix Cruz's car.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It started like something happened and it popped a hole in his radiator on the way to the cruise on the strip cruise.
Yeah.
And so by the time he got back, Who's Dead, me got him a new radiator. That radiator ended up having a hole in it. So he ended up having to go to AutoZone or O'Reilly's or something, and he found a stock radiator.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden his fan clutch took a crap and just toasted. Or no, I forget. Jeff and Jason from Super Street Garage.
Yeah, totally.
They brought one.
Yeah.
They brought an aluminum radiator. It only charged them $20 for it.
There you go.
Came in and got that one, and that's when his fan clutch took a crap. Just took out that radiator.
Yeah.
And then he got the stock one. We hooked up electric fans for him. Jim Harb, he owns the all white package Mark III.
He's got green suit. You got green Mark IV, doesn't he? Yeah, yeah.
He says it should be ready by this year.
Man, he hit me up for a Pro E5 patch harness, and I forgot to get back to him. It just as soon as he said his name, I was like, "Oh man, I never got back to him about that."
Like my little circle is pretty much Cruz, Ed Motive, Mo, and Jim. Man, like those guys, we're always trying to do something together.
Yeah. That scenario you're talking about, though, with just like you fix something and then something else goes bad, and then you fix that and something else goes bad. That's like such a slippery slope. And like here, when we do these builds, that's something that we really like take into consideration. But it's also, there's like two sides of that coin. It's like, first, you want to build a car that is turnkey, that's just going to work, you know, but you also want to be, you don't want to go too overboard, because if you go overboard, these bills rack up to, I mean, we've got builds in there that are, I'm not going to say numbers, but you're talking deep into, I'm not even going to say it, but like you're talking a lot of money. So like, but you know, you want to take these things out, you build this brand new motor, but you know, you put an old radiator in it with an old fan clutch and all this stuff, and you know, next thing you know, you're driving down the street and the thing's overheating and blah blah blah. So like, you know, when we set these things up, we try to take all of this stuff into consideration, and so we address every system in the car to make sure that everything is working in harmony and everything is working, you know, well and new, to really, as like a preventative measure, to make sure that these things are not going to be just like powerful, but they're also going to be reliable.
You use a lot of the A&N lines.
Everything. So like we don't use any rubber hose in the car at all. I'll show you on some of these things. Like even brake booster, we'll weld a 6AN fitting onto the brake booster. We'll send a crimped hose. Like all of these cars, we don't want to ever see them ever again, unless you want more power or if you want just some general maintenance. But you shouldn't be driving a car and having issues with it. I mean, they should be turnkey. People pay us enough money to ensure that to happen. So we go the extra mile with a lot of stuff like that. No, even like the hoses on the wastegates and everything is crimped, like 3AN braided, steel braided. So it'll never burn. It'll never come loose. There's no like zip tied stuff anywhere. All the vacuum sources on the intake manifold are all crimped hose. All the fuel system obviously is all crimped hose. Everything in the car.
Yeah, a buddy of mine just went through all that with his 240. He was that safe. You know, Jared.
I talked to him. I talked to him. He's got the green 240. Yeah, I think it was wild, man. Yeah, that thing was crazy.
Notice the color.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, that dude. Like we met in like 2017 when he had his black Mark IV, and his ex had a white and red Mark IV.
They were the We Ride people. Yeah, super bad with names and stuff. But I do remember those people. I met them that year, I think.
Yeah, I watched like every video that him and his buddy did in his garage, like just building that thing and doing the A&N lines. And I'm like, man, I want to do that. And then he kind of told me the price tag, and I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna chill. You know,
it's crazy, man. Like,
I'm not rich enough for that. Anybody want to sponsor me though? Like, hey, I'll take it.
Then you get into the different levels. So we run XRP here. I have the XRP crimper, and they have like the Pro Plus, which is the entry level XRP, and then they've got like HS79, which is you'll plumb a whole car with HS79. It'll cost you probably, I don't know, $8,000 or something like that. Like it's astronomical. And I don't even think XRP is the most expensive. They've got like Brown and Miller, I think is more expensive. I don't know. It's crazy, but it's like you do it one time and you never do it ever again. It's always good.
That's kind of what I want with my car. My problem is I'm fucking poor, man. I'm just a truck driver. I don't make a ton of money or nothing. And I got bills and a wife, you know, and so, but I mean, that's kind of what I want to do. And I mean, if I have to take it slow and do it little by little, then that's what I'm going to have to do, you know.
That is what I recommend. And I have this discussion with people all the time where they're like, hey, I want to do this, but I want to do it on a budget. And I'm just like, okay, let me stop you right there. Like, just build the car that you want to build and do it right, but ease your way through it. Like, you can kill yourself doing it, and then you've got a car that you resent because you went into debt building it or whatever, or just like, take it in stages. I set all these parts that I have in the back here with those motors and stuff. I'm like, hey, we'll build you a motor, and then when you're ready for step 2, we'll get you a turbo kit and a fuel system, and then step 3, we'll get you a T56, and we'll break this all off in stages. If it takes a year or whatever, it takes a year. And then when you've accumulated all of this stuff, rather than taking like one giant bite, then you bring the car and then we install everything and build you the car, rather than me hitting you with $100,000 bill, and you're like, you're going crazy. Some people can take that bite and not even blink an eye, and some people it would cripple. So
I don't think I'll see 100. I'd be playing the lottery if I ever get that one.
yeah, I mean, I'm glad my build's over. That's all I can say. Yeah. Well, it's over for now.
Honestly, I always tell everybody, I was like, you know what? I made 383 with the stock twins on my 1J at the Virtual Works dyno.
Yeah.
In 2018, and the motor was completely polished out, beautiful. I should have left well enough alone.
Yep.
Because I don't have deep pockets. So when I decided, I was like, oh, you know what? Like, I had gotten a settlement off of a car accident and stuff, and was like, hey, you know what? Like, might have tweaked my back, but hey, I'm going to build my Supra. I'm going to swap it over to a single turbo now, and then that's when I had to change from the blue car to the white car, and so I was like, well, might as well. I got the engine out and everything. Might as well swap to the single turbo and this and that. And I got some bad advice about some stuff, and just not knowing enough about it. Which is another reason why I love doing this podcast, being able to come talk to you.
Yeah.
Soon enough here, we're gonna cut the talking portion out. We're gonna go take a tour of your shop.
Cool.
And that'll be on the second half of this. And we're gonna go in and you're gonna explain, like, pick out one of your cars and kind of explain exactly what you've done to it, what how you've done it, and we'll take a tour of all the cars that you have here. I know. So where people could actually see, like, hey, this is what we do. This is the quality work we put in. Because, I mean, you're well known in the Supra community about building these high horsepower cars and being a 2J guy, Mark IV guy, and stuff like that. But not everybody gets to come out to Civ, and see your car there. Because, again, there's a couple of years you've missed, and you're not putting, PBR awning up and everything and advertising. You usually sneak your car in with everybody else.
That's just how I've always kind of just been, though. I really feel like there's two different ways to kind of go about this. You can either just you could do the talking, or you can let the cars do the talking for you, So that's kind of what we do, is just let the cars do.
If you need a hype guy, I got you, bro.
Yeah.
I got you. I have no problem talking to anybody.
Yeah, I've always just been a very, like, kind of private person, and that's kind of how we do things here. Like, we're building some really badass cars, and our clients are happy, and we've got a line out the door, and I really just, like,
cut that line.
Yeah, I really just, like, don't see the, maybe I'm just dumb or something, but, like, these people that just have these, like, crazy.
You're happy where you're at. You got the clientele coming in.
We're expanding on our own level, and again, like, I've got, we're gonna be moving into a different platform soon. I don't want to spoil it just yet, but we're finalizing, like, the purchase of a new shop car that we are going to be expanding into, which will bring us in an entirely different market, something I've been moving towards for a while.
I think I got a feeling.
It's got more cylinders than a Supra, I'll tell you that right now. So, it's not like this. Some shops I see, like, get on.
Okay, well, my guess just went out the window.
Oh yeah, no, it's
I was thinking FD maybe.
no, I will never work on an RX-7. Skyline's like not really, but this will be pretty cool. This will be
More
fun.
cylinders, so it's got to be a V8 or bigger.
Yeah, a little bit bigger than that. Yeah.
Oh.
But anyway, so
All right.
yeah,
I got you.
It'll happen in 2025, so you guys will know in the next 5 weeks. We'll make an announcement or whatever, and
If you want to come back on the podcast, make an announcement about it too. I mean, when you're ready,
we're gonna start building it immediately.
let me know. I know I ain't got all these millions of subscribers yet, but I'm working on it.
Yeah, it's cool. I mean, yeah,
I'm starting building up the swag. You know,
yeah, cool.
I got a guy that does like heat press right now. I was gonna go get a couple shirts made. You know, to see what they look like. You know, I'm stay with the green and the black. You know,
Yeah, those are. I love the green and the black.
It's kind of like my trademark.
Green's my favorite. Yeah.
I mean, with Jared with his 240, I tell him all the time. I said I'm going to take credit for that color.
Yeah,
like
it is. It matches almost perfectly.
So what it was I thought he was going to do like you know that matte or like that gray that looks like almost like a concrete gray.
Yeah.
And then I was trying to be like, well, accent it with it, you know.
Yeah.
And he actually ended up going out and the Dodge Viper.
Yeah.
That's that color. It's actually a Viper green.
Totally. Yeah. Yeah.
He actually got me, surprised me. It was like, did the whole car that color. I was like,
it was a really nice build. I remember seeing it at Civ, and I think I was with Dave Stevens from 2JZ Motorsports. You know Dave. I think we were walking by.
Did the motor.
Is that okay? So that's why we were around it then. I was with Dave when we were looking at the car, and yeah, it's like all titanium and stuff. It looks like it was really well put together. I mean,
if you ever go to the We Ride YouTube channel, he videotaped everything. It was him and his buddy Jaron and his house. He has a house. He lives up in South Jordan, Utah, and stuff. And his house, he has his own shop in his house. And
awesome.
And that's what cut out. I mean, like that car. I mean, all the paint, body work, the roll cage, everything that he put into that car. To be honest with you, probably would have been like hundreds of thousands of dollars if him and his buddy didn't sit in the garage and do all the, like, he crimped the lines himself. Everything. Yeah. He did it all in his garage.
That's great. I love to see stuff like that. Yeah. And yeah, some garage builds, I mean, we get them every once in a while where it's like, you know, it's it creates more work for us sometimes, but it always makes me feel really good when I see good garage builds like Mo from Victorville, Mo Supra with the red one.
Okay.
Yeah, we just dynoed that car the other day. It made 1250 and 1040 torque on a Sportsman Gen 2 7675. A really nice car. I hadn't seen it in years. I built the motor for it and then gave it to him, and then he dropped it in and put everything in the car himself, building it in his garage. And he hit me up to dyno it, and I was like, oh boy, like here we go. You know, it was my first time seeing the car, and I wasn't really sure what I was going to see, and I was so surprised. It was honestly, I told him too, it was the best garage build I've ever seen. So if it's done right, I mean, this stuff can be done in garages.
So how much do you think it would cost me to dump a 2J into my little FRS out there?
They do that. I've seen them. Yeah, that happens. I want them
to do it. I want you to do it.
Oh man,
we'll take it.
It's wild. Custom work like that. It's so hard to estimate.
Have you seen how much room's actually in that engine bay?
Yeah.
That motor looks tiny. Like,
I'm sure fabricating motor mounts and stuff for it wouldn't be that bad. I mean, we did it in a Mark V Supra, so we can do it in anything. I'm sure we could do it in that too. Yeah.
Because I know that the thing about the FRS, it's a hell of a lot of fun to drive. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Like it's not like it's super fast, you know, but it's quick and it's nimble.
Yeah.
And so you can, like, I race around with Cruz, and he's got his Mark III, and I got my FRS. We'll go out to the SoCal meet, it's in Downey, and so it's about the same distance from here to my house as like from there. We go out there all the time, and we'll get to going and we'll racing and that little 6-speed in there, and like I got one more gear versus his little W58.
Yeah.
We'll just get going. There was one time we got like open highway and we were like 120.
Yeah.
And I was just getting on him.
Yeah.
There's a lot of it's fun to drive, but if I wanted a higher horsepower motor, I would definitely like you don't want to beat on that motor too bad.
Yeah, I don't know anything about them, but
it's
I don't
basically
think they were meant for a boost.
It's like the boxer motor or whatever.
Yeah,
I don't know too much about them.
Yeah, the ones out of the Subarus.
Yeah,
I don't know anything about Subarus.
Yeah,
those things terrify me.
But I'm gonna have Ed come back in here real quick. Give me a quick time check. How long we've been at this? 1 hour? That sounds perfect. Why don't we go ahead and cut it right now, and then we'll start it back up for part 2 and take the tour of the garage.